Hello. Okay, so I've been reading this book recently, Bhagavad Gita, and I haven't, okay, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's so good, but it's a lot. Um, and there's a bit in here up on talking about desire, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. I love this. It's so this whole book is like poems pretty much. It's just very it is very poetic. It's very like the language is just oh beautiful. Okay. So so I'm going to just like read a page. Um so Arjuna said, "What is it that drives a man to an evil action, Krishna, even against his will, as if some force made him do it? That force is desire. It is anger, arising from the guna called Raja. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Deadly and all devouring. That is the enemy here." This is my favorite part. "As a fire is obscured by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, as a fetus is wrapped in its membrane, so wisdom is obscured by desire." Yeah, okay. That's it. Um yeah, desire dwells in the senses, the mind, and the understanding. And in all these it obscures wisdom and perplexes the embodied self. Therefore you must first control your senses, then destroy this evil that prevents you from ever knowing the truth. Men say that the senses are strong, but the mind is stronger than the senses. The understanding is stronger than the mind, and the strongest is the self. Self with a capital S. Yeah. Knowing the self, sustaining the self by the self, capital S. Kill the difficult to conquer enemy called desire. Wisdom is just what we need right now. It's just what we need globally. You know that saying how we're supposed to like respect our elders? And it's because the assumption is you're old and you've gone through life experiences and gained wisdom from those life experiences. So you have something worthwhile to good advice to pass on to someone who's just starting out, right? I think a lot of the elders we have now don't have that type of wisdom to share with us because they never got that type of wisdom. That isn't covered by desire and by true wisdom has nothing to do with you being right or wrong. It's completely like detached from your opinions and your attachments and what you believe to be true or not true. It just is. Wisdom just is. It's just like knowledge everybody has access to and understands. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just some weird deeper thing that resonates with you when you hear something that is really from a true elder, or just like someone who's like, doesn't even have to be like an elder person. Like I think if you're like aware enough of what's going on, you can provide wisdom. If you're not distracted, and it's by not being distracted and not like, yeah, it's like if it's there's something fogging what's really true, and kind of just like, I think it's all, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's like in Buddhism they talk about being drunk on Maya, and like being it's like being lost in your senses, and like this is kind of what it's talking about. And that's when you lose wisdom, when you're lost in your senses and not really disconnecting from them, so you can really sit with what's real within you. Okay, I'm editing this right now and I just needed to clarify something. Also, look at this look. Being drunk on Maya, what really I'm trying to talk about is not necessarily your senses, but it is your senses, but like it's being sucked into the illusion of life and the illusion of I, the separate self kind of thing. So it's being drunk in that, and then having senses is like, and experiencing it is like kind of a way to make Maya more convincing, I would say. And it's easy to get lost in touch and like overindulge, and that is the what I wanted to say. If you got rid of all your senses, what's behind that is wisdom. But if you're constantly like pulled in by them or tricked by them into what's true, then you won't you won't be able you won't have access to wisdom then, I guess, true wisdom. If you have this like lens. Excuse me, oh my goodness. Desire is what causes suffering. I think that's one of the Four Noble Truths. The attachment, desire is what causes suffering. So if you're looking to not suffer mental suffering, it's conquering the enemy called desire, and then you're good to go. Then you have access to wisdom, and you have access to peace. You have access to capital S self. So it's a little hint for you for your journey, your life journey. Yeah, you're welcome. Enjoy.